Hey, hi friend, welcome back to this series. And in this last video, we have learned Windows update configuration and deployment through SCCM that is done. And in this video, we will learn OS deployment, how we configure, what are the prerequisites for the OS deployment in SCCM, and how we deploy it. That we'll learn. Okay. So before going to the OS deployment, I can give you an idea about the OS deployment. If you look at the guys in the see, let me explain all my environment. This is the DC, right? And this is the SCCM server, which we already aware of it, and we have done so many configuration in the server. And this is my client machine. Okay. So what we will do here, go to the SCCM server. In SCCM server, if you look at, there is a no WDS role is here. The most probably you people are know, you might be people work in WDS, Windows Deployment Services. If you go to here, we can do this OS deployment through the Windows Deployment Service. That is the one role which are in here. If you go to here, if you click the next, you will get to know that the role, that is Windows deployment service. This is the role where we can do the OS deployment. But here we cannot, we wouldn't install the Windows deployment service through this add and remove roles uh, from server manager console, because we are going to configure Windows deployment services through SCCM. That is what we will learn here, because usually we are doing this thing through the WDS only. But now we learn how we configure OSD from SCCM. So initially what we will do here, first thing we need to check, go to the asset and no, sorry, go to the administration. And here if you go to the site, first you need to check some options here, some prerequisites here to deploy the OS, to configure the OS. What, this is your site, right? Mumbai head office, that is sorry, this is a primary site, right? This is one site we have only in our testing environment. So what you will do, you just go to here and go to the software update point. Okay. Software distribution here. Let's open it. Yeah, I think it's open. Yes. Distribution component, oh sorry, software distribution. If you look at here, there is no account. If you go to the software update point, wait for some time, it is not required. First of all, you need to check the whether software distribution point is having the account or not. First of all, if you see there is no account, what you will do, you need to specify the account name here. Existing account, what is this? This is our account, right, which we are using in testing environment. Press OK. So that's done. Apply. Okay, this is the first prerequisites you have to be checked. And after that, you go to the server and site system role. Here this is the our primary site, and whatever the role we have installed, that you will get to know in the bottom of this screen. Okay, so these are roles has been installed out of 20 roles. But now we need to check the distribution point. If you go to the here, just right click and go to the properties. Okay, yeah. For here, you need to check the PXE. What exactly the PXE? I will tell you. I will give you some small information. I will little bit informations about the PXE, because this is part of the OS, and not only part. It's a main part of the OSD deployment. Without PXE, you cannot do it. So PXE means it's a pre-execution environment. Remember that it's a pre-execution environment. That means what, when you deploy the OSD, how it will deploy? First it need to be boot, then it will deploy, right? So whatever the pre-execution thing, it will start, then only you can install the image. That is what done the PXE. Okay, the PXE, the boot WMF file will recall the install WMF file. That will explain on the later, but I'm telling you, the boot WMF file will recall the install WMF file to install the image. That is what done the PXE. Okay, for that you have to enable. See, before you enable these things, I will show you something. There is no WDS roles installed yet, right here. But and we didn't done from here also, right? what we will do, we will just enable the pxe here. Okay, it asking when you use the pxe client computer, use the following points to be connected in this site system. These are the ports are requirement for the DSCP. I think 67 68 are required for the DS2 deployment OS. Okay, and these ports are required. Yes, and after that you need to allow the distribution point to respond the incoming PXI request, enable unknown computer support also, not an issue for me, and require the password when computer use PXE. This is what you will do. Enable the password. 1 second, so I can give you password. Let me attend one call. I'm receive one call. Okay guys, so what we need to give the password, this is the password for what it's required the when computer use the PXE, so we can use the password. Okay, once you given the password, you can press the OK. Here one more thing, like check this, all these things whether multicasting is different thing. I will explain you later. This is what the very good feature in WDS also. This is I can explain to you very well about this in the another video, but let's check all these things as proper or not. Okay, boundary group are there, right? Okay, then it's perfect. You can press OK. Okay, so now this thing is done from our side, like in from distribution point side. Now what we will do here for the deployment of OS, the main and important portion of this SCCM console is software library. Here this is the portion operating system. These all things are required to deploy the OST. Okay, so I can explain one by one here. See, this is the drivers. So if people might be about, right, in organization there are the lot of systems, lot of companies systems and laptops are using. Take an example of Lenovo, HP, any companies, right? So driver should be a different, and there should be a different model devices. For that, what we have to do, we have to inject the driver here. We can create the driver package. So how we'll get the driver package? Each and every company having their sites, you can download from there whatever the desired driver package what you required, that you can download and you can inject here. This is what we can do, right? The driver session. So once the driver session complete, we can do the operating system. So this is the main part of our the operating system OSD deployment. So let's leave all these things, come to the point. That is what operating system image. So for that, what we will do here for the operating system image, I can do one thing, like let me check my folder. Here I need to copy all these things and go to the C drive. Here I have a deployment folder, right? In the deployment folder OS, nothing is there. I have created the OS, but nothing is there. So in this OS, what I will do, I will create one more folder, that is Windows 7. Okay, because I gonna to copy Windows 7 OS. I mean not, yeah, OS at operating system, Windows 7 OS. So I have created here, but let me we need to copy the Windows. So for that, what I will do, setting, in this setting, look at here, go to the CD and DVD. Okay, here SQL server is cutting. So what we will do, go to the all OSs. This should be Windows 7 Ultimate 64. Okay, so this is what I have. Okay, I have copied here and press OK. Okay, wait for some, it should be a prompt over here. Other, if it is, yeah, it's prompting, and otherwise we can do it here. Tap to choose the what happened this disk. You can click over here, you will open automatically that folder. Otherwise you can open this folder option here and right click, open. Don't, no need to run. So what I will do here, just select it and just copy these things. Okay, to where? No, two you will copy to go to the C drive and deployment and OS and Windows 7. So here we need to copy. Okay, so it will take some time to copy all these things. Let it be copy. So what we will do here, once it copy, if you go to the source folder, it should be come like w file. If you otherwise you can search here dot wmi. No, still it is not copied. Let it copy. Okay, it's copying still. No issues. Let it be check whether it is come or not. Sorry, it's need to be like dot wmi. Yeah, I think it's came right. What happened? Yeah, see, there are the two WMI files creates the boot WMI and install WMI. I told you when I at the time of explain the PXI, right? So boot WMI will help to recall the install WMI to install the operating system. So the most probably, I mean, mostly, I mean, definitely the boot WMI used in the PXE, it helps to install the operating system. It call the install.wmi. So this is the two things we need to be do here. I will show you how we can use it. Let it be copy. We need to wait for sometimes to copy here. Okay, let it copy. Then first and here in the operating system image, we need to add the images here and we need to give the path here. So what we will do, just right click here, install operating system image, and right click and add operating system images. Okay, so for that what we will do, just right click and click that. The option you will get here. My system getting very slow. Yeah, we need to wait for some time. Yes, so this is what can remember one thing here in this window. It is you need to give the wmf file, but remember thing, you need to give a un path. Okay, not the local path. If you browse, okay, if you go to the browse and yeah. Oh, it's getting slow because of the copy is going on, and here we have started these things. That's the reason it might be slow. No worries, it's a 77% completed. It will take some time to complete all these things. Yep. Okay, that's fine, no issue. It is copying. Yeah, once it's copy done, then we will start here. Okay, we will wait for some time. Yeah, I think system get hanged, but no worries. So here now it is completed. So I'm sorry. Yeah, here what we will do, just maximize it. Okay, so now what it's done. Okay, so we just close it. Okay, same thing we have to do for the 32-bit also. Okay, just right click, go to the properties and go to the customize, enable this option and check whether this option is enabled or not. If it is not enabled, you should be do. Okay, press the OK. Once you do OK, it asking for this, other things, click the next. So now it is progress again, it will take some time, so we have to wait for them some time. So till that time what I will do, I will pause this video. Once it is completed, then we'll come back.